This is my view of Trump. Trump's emotions and deeds are driven by an intense hatred of anyone who he perceives as disloyal or mutinous. The most prominent is his intense hatred of Netanyahu, and Netanyahu, of course, hates Trump. Both think they are the cock of the walk, and they constantly circle each other like starving hyenas looking for any weakness. My guess is that Trump will cut Netanyahu's guts out the first chance he gets and have the Israelis replace him with someone who is compliant. Then Trump will more or less throw whatever is left of Israel to the dogs. Bow wow. Either that or Netanyahu will order Purple Gang assassins to shoot him or have Air Force One blown to bits. The basic situation here is that we have two hyenas in a one hyena jungle, and I think we can all do the math on that. People who judge Trump's actions according to their own values and motivations. That's why they think Trump is a slave to the Purple Gang. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Just think of Trump as a loudmouth Texas rancher. Big Donnie, owner of the Big T Ranch. His cattle are USA citizens, and he values them like a prudent rancher values his cattle. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, desirable moo cows will be retained and branded and fattened for slaughter later on. Moo cows who don't make the cut will be loaded into trucks and taken to recycling centers. Trump's like big flashy status symbols like big casinos and big jet planes and big ballrooms and big battleships and big beautiful bills and his big beautiful trophy wife and big beautiful stadiums full of tiny obedient peasants cheering him. Trump must have everybody cheering him because in his mind anyone not cheering him is a dangerous enemy plotting to overthrow him. He is not an egomaniac in the classic sense. He simply sees the world as it really is. He sees it as any prudent emperor sees it, and our next president / emperor will probably be even more imperial. Trump has no history of vices except an occasional roll in the hay with some hooker, and he doesn't drink or take drugs. He is not any sort of pervert. All other accusations against him are based on guilt by association and nothing else. Now listen up, all you flag-waving, Bible-thumping hillbilly Republicans. I worked in New York City for years, and often on Wall Street itself, and New York is 99% full of crooks and worse, and that includes the New York Police Department detectives, the so-called princes of the cities, who are nothing but bagmen for investment bankers. By the way, that's how Trump made his money, being a bagman for the bankers. I explained that in a previous video. New York City produces nothing of value, but great rivers of money flow in daily. And everyone from bankers to bums slurp it up because only crooks can survive in New York, and there is no one in New York to associate with who is not a fucking crook. So far, his only depraved action has been the ongoing kidnapping of Mrs. Maduro. He should apologize and release her, but of course he will not, because like most emperors, he is slowly going completely insane because the sword of Damocles hangs over him. His only driving passions are like those of any loudmouth Texas rancher. More land and more cattle and more status symbols and more enemies full of six-shooter holes if he can arrange it. He's a bully, sure, but that's how one gets more land and more cattle. I think he will back off when he realizes that his latest victim of bullying and bluffing will not back down and has the means to kick our fucking imperial asses. To me, the great danger is that he will miscalculate and we will lose an aircraft carrier, and such appears to be unfolding a case with Iran. I'm sure he does not want a real war because he saw clearly that the Vietnam War destroyed the Nixon presidency. Americans have no problem with murdering and robbing foreigners as long as all the violence stays in the TV sets and there is no military draft or reduction of living standards. Cross either of those lines and the peasants will start muttering about storming the palace with pitchforks. Okay, have a nice imperial day.